Hey, it's Biddy Penny. Welcome to my channel. Well, this is part 2 of us making a mini scrapbook album. It's accordion style. And we got all of this done in part 1. We almost got our front cover assembled, but we just ran out of time. This video is a part of series 30 minutes to craft. So if you only have 30 minutes, then these are things that you can accomplish and work on. I gathered some more supplies, but let's go ahead and get this cover on. So I hope you're doing well. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you're enjoying this series. I have been making mini albums, mini projects, journals, different things. And then I also have a 15-minute series as well, things you can do in 15 minutes. All of the videos are recorded in real time and shared in real time, no editing, so that you really get a fair idea of the amount of time it takes. Now, obviously, it takes everyone a different amount of time to do things. This is just 30 minutes for me. If you move a little slower, if this is a brand new project for yourself, don't get caught up in the numbers or the clock or the time. I just ran out of my 3/8 inch. Let's just put that right in the middle. I need to order more of that. Yeah, it's not a race. I just thought it was a great idea for a series to do on my channel. I've been crafting for a number of years, and I've always been this way. I like fast crafting, but you don't have to. So no pressure, no pressure. But I figure if you're consuming content and watching, it's nice to have these little bite-sized videos where projects are being worked on. Okay, so I use the double-sided tape to just help hold the flaps down while the glue dries. And it's just double adhesive. Can't be a bad thing when you're building a journal or an album. Okay, this paper is directional to me. I wanted it to look like flags. So I'm going to make sure that I adhere it in that way. I am going to just line everything up here. Because my pages were exactly 6 inches tall, there might be the tiniest bit, we can't even really see it unless I turn it, hanging out from one edge or the other. All I'm going to do is tap my covers down, touch the sides, make sure they're lined up. That's how I want them. You might practice that before you get to this point, which is where I'm only going to put glue on this one flap. This is the connecting flap for the top page of our journal or mini album. This is going to be a scrapbooking mini album for me. You can, I talked about it in the last video, but you could also make this a junk journal. This one design can be used in many different ways. Okay, when you're lining your cover up, and you've already got your back cover in place, it's nice because all you have to do is just make sure your covers line up. You put your glue on that one flap, and now we have an accordion mini album. Now, obviously, you can, open the pages like this. This is my version of a beach theme. Here is the back side. Every other page has a design because every other page was a double-sided 6x6 paper, something to think about. I would use all double-sided 6x6 paper, but I really wanted to use this one, and it was single-sided, so that's how I made it work. I pulled 3 pages from another paper pad. Okay, so I have this piece that we cut in the first. video. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that down. And now our front cover and our pages are done. I didn't have an opportunity to gather much ephemera, but that is something that can always be added later. I am going to give you some ideas in this video about the ephemera. Now, obviously, I'm not using one collection here. I've used two different collections, actually 3 different collections of paper, because this paper was from a Maggie Holmes collection that was 12 by 12. So I actually have 3 different types of paper going on. Now, I have a little Polaroid zip. I've had it for years, and it's a zinc printing type of printer. I liked it because I was junk journaling a lot back then, and I like to add photos. I only had a little bit of film left, so I printed what I could and these little photos of our little weekend getaway. It's like a 3-day getaway. I wasn't able to get everything printed, but I got most of everything printed, and I put most of the things together. Like all of the pictures of the putt-putt place together, all of our pictures at one beach, the Moody Gardens. Let's see, this is Kima Island. Oh, this one goes over here. Here's the Moody Gardens. And then this was another beach that we went to, and I ran out of paper. So I only have this one photo from the other beach. So that is, and I wanted to print more from the Moody Gardens, but I only was able to print that many. So I am going to kind of chronologically gather my things and get an idea about the layout. So we went to Kima Island first, then we went to the beach, then we went to Moody Gardens, and then we went to Putt-Putt, but there was another beach in between. So now I kind of have them chronologically in order of where we went. Now, there's other photos I want to print. I also picked up, I have our scorecard from Putt-Putt. Oh, I didn't even take down the, I failed on the last 2. I was the one recording. On the Canon, I almost hit a lady in the head with my ball. I felt so terrible. But this was the hard course, and this was the easy course. And we had so much fun playing putt-putt. My son got a hole-in-one on the Dragon's Lair, so we ended up getting to go and get free snow cones at the food truck across the street. He had been wanting to get a hole-in-one. He hadn't gotten one the whole time, and he was like, this is my last chance. And he nailed it. And it was, we told him it's the one that mattered the most because it got us free snow cones. None of the other hole-in-ones that other people got free snow cones, but his did. I want to make a title for my album. I also want to, I won't do the cover, and this comes from years of doing junk journals. I don't like to do the cover till the end of the process, but yeah, I'm going to end up needing to bring out like my alpha stamps and make covers, and these are actually stickers, and I do need to trim it down. See that white bar that printed at the top of many of these? I'm going to want to trim those off. But what we can do is kind of start getting an idea. Now, I thought these little photos, even though they're not great, and I actually want an album with larger photos, I thought they would be really fun for this size of an album. Like a mini album gets many photos because I can put multiple ones on one page. I'm not going to get too far with decorating today because I want my daughter is 11 and I'm trying to win her over to memory keeping and scrapbooking. And so I want her to get to be a part of this process. So we won't get too much. I also brought out this. I had gotten this recently at the thrift store. I bought it for $2. It's a 6x6 scrapbook album. So, you know, if you like this size, these are great albums. You just pop your 6x6 paper in and you're off to the races. You can have a little scrapbook in no time. This is totally a possibility. And I thought it was a great deal. Plus it came with these refills. Love that. And I got it for $2. However, I really love the one that we made together as well. Another thing that I grabbed, because like I said before, I don't have like a whole collection of ephemera and die cuts. I don't have a whole bunch of stuff that I had ready for this project. But what I do have is stamp sets, and I did grab this one. I liked these seashells. These are old. I went through my close to my heart stamps, and I just really liked these. And I love this quote: "Our memories of the ocean will linger on long after our footprints in the sand are gone." And that is so true. So I love that stamp set. I also brought out this other one, and this one is Hello Sunshine, and I just like have a sunny day. Hello sunshine, you are the sunshine in my pocket. I thought that was just fun. You know, we were definitely having fun in the sun. This was a road trip, so I went ahead. We just lived 3 hours from the beach, which is so fabulous. So I went ahead and grabbed this because I thought it would be so cute to have like road trip, vacation 1 mile, happy street, little gas, miles of smiles. We definitely were eating well on that vacation. Oh my goodness, we had so much good food. There wasn't a bad meal in the bunch. And then I also grabbed this one because it says Sweet Summer Days, another Hello Summer, and I just thought those would be perfect. We could do the flip-flops, lots of options, catching rays, summer love, fun, stay cool, good vibes, in vacay mode. Yeah, this one's just perfect, plus the waves down here. So these are the stamp sets because I don't have ephemera. Might just have to make our own. So I think that's what we're going to work on for the rest of this video. We have our journal assembled. We have some goodies from the trip that I will make a slip pocket and put those in there when I get to the part of adding the photos for the mini golf course. We love to play putt-putt as a family. I don't know about you guys, but it's so much fun. I know. You see how handsome my boys are? I love those guys. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just do a little bit of work as I talk. There's my girl. Me and my boy. Oh gosh, I love him so much. He's about to have a birthday. When y'all see this, his birthday will have happened already. He'll be a big old 14-year-old by the time you see this video. Unless you see it years later, and then he'll be even older. This was a really fun discovery. Someone had written, I'm trying to turn it so you can see it. This printer, I think it's because the paper is really old, didn't give me the best results, but it says Summer 24 Galveston, and then it had a heart made out of seashells. And so we all stood in front of it and took pictures. Me and my hubby stood in front of it, but we don't have that picture, but I have this one. I want to print these on bigger prints too, because look at that sky and the colors. It was a gorgeous evening at the beach. This was our first evening and we just spent it at the beach. And look at this soft color too. Oh, just lovely. Really, really lovely. I think this is my favorite photo of all four of us. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go through and do that for the rest of these. I don't really need to do it now just because I'm not putting a lot of these in right now. I don't know if Polaroid, in case you're wondering, I don't know if they still make the zinc printer. I think they do. I mean, I still can find paper. I just ordered new paper. It's on its way. But yeah, that's how I printed those. I know you can also, let me keep this trimmer out. There's other versions. I'm trying to think, the big pink cameras, the big cameras. There are other versions. So I have, this is the scrap paper that we have for making our covers. Then I still have out my paper pad. And I thought what we could do is maybe use, well, I'm at least going to keep it out because I thought it would be cute to mat some of the photos. We might do that now. We could mat some photos and maybe I'll put my boys on green and this on pink. I just love how much of my paper pad I'm going to get to use. I might get to smash a whole paper pad by doing this project, and that makes me real happy. Let's see, about 3 1/4. I don't need the mat to be too big. I think that'll work. 3 1/4. It's fun. I grew up, my father always had a Polaroid camera and loved them so much. I grew up with Polaroid always around. And so it's fun for me to have a Polaroid. It's not necessary. Obviously, people can print images at home. They can print them, you know, I guess at the store still, and there's other ways to do it, but it's kind of just fun to have something that where you can instantly print out some photos. I'm going to save this over off for my scraps. Let's mat another photo. This one of my boys. Okay. I'm not really measuring this, but obviously you could. And because there's so many photos, it would be good to measure. So let's do that now. This is 2 1/4. And we could do 2 1/4 by 3 1/4. I was just kind of eyeballing it, but 2 1/4 by 3 1/4. So this one is already the 3 1/4. Let's just cut it to 2 1/4. This is a scrap. Find another photo for the green. Ooh, the boys were in green that day. Let's see, I don't think that pops quite enough. What about this one? We'll put that one with that one. And so that is how I might mat some of my photos. Let's make a little bit of ephemera for the trip. Now, some of the ephemera might be able to be made out of scraps because some of these have, I love that Close to My Heart does some of this like solid stamping. So let's try that. Let's take this piece out. And we'll make a couple of solid strips. This just happens to be the perfect length. I couldn't have planned it better if I tried. Let me get a stamping block that's ideal for this. Here we go. And I'm going to use black so that it'll really show up on here. And because I'm just making my own ephemera, I can make as many of these as I want. So I could have the same strip running in a couple of places on the journal or scrapbook mini album. Now I'm going to go ahead and put my foam behind this and just stamp this down. That should do it. This stamp has never been used before. I was just making sure that I gave the ink enough time to transfer to the paper. So we can make a few of these. It won't hurt to have a few of these. You know, it's Christmas in July. I have these beach photos, and I was thinking it would be so fun to make some beach themed Christmas cards. You know, seasons greetings, like sea. That would be really fun and a good way to incorporate like family photos and get some Christmas cards made. All right, so then now I can take this and trim it up. And this will be fun. I have some strips of ephemera. So it's really fun, you know, to go through and just shop my stash, see what I have, what I can do to bring a project to life with the things that I have. So for me, it was going through my stamps. This is a great piece of, that's a great scrap. Okay, now we already are starting to build up some ephemera. Let's keep doing more because this is so much fun. I don't think there will be a part 3 necessarily to this project in this video, but what I will do is once my daughter and I have had an opportunity to finish the journal, or I always say journal because that's usually how I memory keep, is in a junk journal, but once we have time to finish this little album, I will come back and do a flip through with you all so you can see how it turned out. All right, let's grab some more paper. Let's use this gray one. I was kind of wanting to use the gray one anyways. I don't know why. It just felt like one that I wanted to use. And let's grab this one. I think I want the little... I want the little love bug. We don't have one. I wish we did. But let's grab that. Can stamp that down. I am going to go ahead and do this in black as well. You could do it in any color, but my husband has a dark vehicles, and that's what we took. So we'll use black. I'm using VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink, but you could use anything you want. Just cleaning it with a dry microfiber cloth. These are photopolymer stamps. If you're like me, I was really sad when Close to My Heart closed. I know a lot of people are still sad. especially people who, like J. Mamami and others who, you know, made their living off of it. Oh, I have this Love It Here stamp floating on my desk somewhere. I didn't know where it went. Now I know. I usually always put my stamps away, but I missed it on that one. I want to do this vacation 1 mile. We actually had some "Are we there yet?" comments on the road, even though we only were driving 3 miles. I mean, 3 hours, 3 miles. I wish it was 3 miles to the beach. Okay. I want a brighter paper for these 2 road trip signs. Maybe this little gas sign could be on this gray paper. So yeah, this is what I'm going to be doing, you guys. It's just going through my stamps and my paper, stamping things up, making my own ephemera. I also have a couple of digital kits. I couldn't get my computer to cooperate with me before making this video this morning, so I couldn't print up my printables, but that's another thing I have on Etsy is, you know, like vacation printables. Ooh, there's a good one. I like that red, and I like this blue. Let's do that. Let's do this in a blue color. Let's do a bright blue. Oh, Coastal Storm. How perfect is that? Ooh, that's a lot. I'm going to go ahead and take this out because I have a lot of ink on here and I don't want to have it like bleed through to another page or something. Make sure I give that time to transfer. That wasn't the best impression I've ever seen. Let's do it again. I'm actually going to wipe it off too. Interesting. Interesting results I wasn't expecting. Let's see what we get this time. I'm going to move that paper and just have it stamp onto this foam stamping mat, which is from Sizzix. That's better. It's not perfect. But it's better. It will be fine for this little album. It'll be cute. I can cut, I won't end up using this one, but you know, I can cut like a post for the sign to be posted on, which would be really cute. So now I have a sign and I have this little truck, keeping all of my scraps. I have another sign, this little gas sign. This gray paper would actually be really cute as a post for the signs. Let me go ahead and cut a strip for that big vacation 1 mile sign. It's nice that it has stripes too. I can actually cut it straight. But yeah, this would be really cute to make a little vacation sign. So I'll put those together. Now these scraps I'm not going to keep. I mean, you do you, but I'm not keeping those. And then this I can actually fussy cut out. There we go. That's easy. All right. All right. Let's just take a look at the things we've got. Now, obviously, it's always the decoration, and especially if you're making your own ephemera, that take the longest. But we have some cute stuff to work with so far, and there will be so much more. I hope you guys enjoy this series and that it gives you lots of inspiration. You know, you don't have to memory keep in real time. You can go back and memory keep something from 20 years ago if you want to. It doesn't have to be something that you did last weekend. Just get your photos printed up and have some fun. Make your own little mini album. You know, you don't have to go buy one, but you can if you want to. Whatever makes you happy. When you do travel, make sure to grab little things from your travels because it's always fun to have those. Keep your ticket stubs, keep your different things that you can. And yeah, I hope you enjoy this. I can't wait to make this little mini album come to life by adding my family's photos and little travel tidbits. Even the guys can get in on this and add whatever they want. They can add pictures. You can make it a family thing that you do. Anyways, thanks so much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time. Bye.